Karibuni to Aroma of Zanzibar's Kitchen. Today I'm going to share with you how I make this very soft and light, delicious gnocchi. So I'm using about 2 pounds of potatoes that I baked them. So first gonna poke some holes using a knife, and these were baked open, not covered, at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 200 Celsius, for about 20 to 25 minutes. And once they're done, you're just gonna peel the skin while they're still hot. You wanna mash them while they're still hot. Now, the most important part about making gnocchi is try and make sure you get or you use starchy potatoes. If you don't have, then you can work with other potatoes, but also since I didn't know if the potatoes were starchy or not, I went ahead and baked them, or you can steam them instead of boiling them, because when you boil them, you get a lot of moisture, which is not very good for gnocchis. So after that, I just cut them in pieces to release the moisture and the steam as quick as I can, and then we're gonna mash them. And you don't have to use a tray like I'm using, you can just use a flat surface. And then after that, I use a bench scraper to make sure there are no lumps and also to release the moisture. Then we're gonna use egg yolks. So I've used 2 egg yolks. Now for each pound of potato is 1 egg yolk and a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And the amount of flour depends on the kind of potatoes that you have. So if your potatoes are not starchy, you may need to add more flour. All right, so I'm just gonna sprinkle the flour, and then we're gonna put the potatoes together. And you wanna avoid doing the kneading motion because your gnocchi might become rubbery. So we're just gonna fold them gently just to incorporate the ingredients. All right, and I did add some salt too, but I don't know what happened to that part, but I used about a half a teaspoon of kosher salt. So I'm just folding my gnocchis, as you can see, or the dough first, and you just want it to come together, and then I added the rest of the flour, which is another 1/4 cup. If you have tried, probably your kids or your younger siblings had the smiley potatoes, they taste just like that when you fry them. All right. Okay, so now I add the other half of the flour. That's 1/4 cup. Then we're just gonna fold it in and mix it well. And then I just make a log, put it together. So it's easy to divide when you're working with it. And it's a very simple meal. It's very simple to make. It's just to get the right texture. Okay, so now we are ready. And here on my surface, at this point you want to use a lot of flour because you don't want the gnocchi to get stuck on the surface. And I'm just going to divide this. Just like that. Just going to cut it into pieces, and then we're going to roll this like how you make viscetti. My Swahili family will understand what I'm talking about. And then you're going to cut this in small pieces, just like that. Now you can cook it just like this, it's fine, but you can also make it fancy. You can use a fork, you can use a comb, a clean one though. So I found this gadget, I don't know what it is for, and I decided to use to shape my gnocchi. And you can see it's beautiful, just like how we make viscetti. Then once they're done, we are ready to cook them. I've got my pot with water. We're just gonna salt them. Please make sure it's really, really salted, because that's how you're gonna get your gnocchis, with some salt. All right, and you can bring it to a boil, or you can just start when it's just about to boil. And just add the gnocchi, and this will take about 2 to 3 minutes, and as soon as they're done, the gnocchis will float right on the top, and you know that they're done and they'll be ready to be removed. And after that, you can serve them with any kind of sauce, marinara, mushroom sauce, bechamel sauce. The varieties are endless. All right, so now these are ready. As you can see, now they've just floated up, and we know that they're ready. Just like that. I'm just gonna remove them. Now I decided to just go on a simpler way. I just saute them in butter and fresh garlic. So I've got my butter ready there. I'm just gonna put the gnocchis, and please make sure you do not use any sharp, you know, not spatula, any sharp tool in the kitchen to saute these. So I'm just using the spatula, and then I just added some fresh garlic. And you're just gonna saute them until they're nice and golden. And if you have some Parmesan cheese, you can just put it on the top. And that's about it. And mine was served with glazed carrots, some asparagus, and some chicken with a mushroom sauce. So thank you so much. For more recipes, please visit me at Aroma of Zanzibar. You'll find the ingredients and the measurements on this page and in the description box below. Thank you.